So today I thought we would do a 6x6, the 6x6 double faux stepper card, which is the one I showed on the craft tool video that I did recently. This one, because it's quite a cool stepper card, and I've this morning filmed a 5x7 version as well, which I will show you in a moment. But I quite liked it, and it's relatively easy to do. And it's nice because it stands up nice. You can really switch it up. You can change the sizes of these parts here. You can really go for it, basically. This is the 5x7 that I recorded this morning. So I've done it, I've changed it up slightly. Obviously this is the one using my new paper. It's got space on the back to write. So yeah, so this is what we're doing today. So I'm going to obviously be using my new paper pack. A main base piece that's 6x12. And we're just going to score it at 1 inch. 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 9 inches. Then you're going to need a piece of base card that's 3 inches by 12 inches, and you're just going to score it at 6, which is halfway. And then you're also going to need a piece of base that is 1.5 by 8, and you're going to score it halfway at 4. As I said, the widths of all of these you can alter. So if you wanted to have 3 pieces rather than just 2, you could change it around, change the width, have a bit of a play. So the 2 pieces that we scored halfway, we're just going to fold in half and burnish. And then this one is literally mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain, all the way along. So obviously it doesn't matter which end you start from. So you end up with that. So what we need to do first of all is decorate this piece before we add the other pieces on. So we are going to need, in total I've got 3 pieces of mat, so these 3 pieces here, 3 pieces of mat that are 2 3/4 by 5 3/4, and then I have got 2 pieces of pattern that are 2.5 by 5.5, and 1 piece of white that's 2.5 by 5.5. Okay, so one of them's going to go here, and then these 2 are for the strut piece. And then you're going to need, for the middle one, you need 1 piece of mat that is 1 3/4 by 5 3/4, and 1 piece of pattern that's 1.5 by 5.5. So that's going to go in the middle. And then at the front here, you're going to need 1 piece of mat that's 3/4 by 5 3/4, and 1 piece of pattern that's 1/2 by 5.5. So that is going to go on the front there. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these 3 down, and then we'll deal with them in a minute. With the next bit, you can either stick them in place or and then decorate them after, or you can decorate them first. I think I am going to decorate mine first on this one. On the 5x7 video that I did, I actually put everything into place first and then decorated. So this is my main piece. I'm going to have a pattern on the front, and then the white piece is going to go on the back. Right, so that's that one. And then on this one, I'm only going to put it on one side, obviously, because I've only got the 1 piece. Don't need to decorate the back. Right, okay, so now we're going to get to stick these bits down. Now, if you, I'm putting the big bit on the left and the smaller piece on the right. If you want to do it the other way around, you can. I just prefer it when things go down that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up, and then this is going to go at the back. So that's going to actually stick at the back. And then this piece is going to come down, and it's actually going to stick in there on this front piece here. So you're coming over the back, you're missing the first bit and going to the next piece. So what I'm going to do is just get this in, and you can put it all the way over to one side, or you can bring it in slightly. So on my original one, I brought it in slightly, so I've got a bit of a gap and then that. And the same here, a bit of a gap and then that. But on this one, I don't know whether I might, let me have a look what it looks like when I bring it in. No, I think I'm going to do it all the way to the edge on this one. So on this one, I'm going to bring it all the way over to the edge, and then this will be going, I might do that in the middle. Yeah, I quite like that. On this one, it seemed to suit it coming in slightly, but on this cherry blossom, I don't know why, for some reason. Yeah. So I'm not going to stick both bits down yet. I'm only going to stick the back part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over, and then I'm just going to get a little pencil, and just on the underside, I'm just going to make a little mark here so I can see how far over I need to go. And I'm going to make sure that is nicely lined up on that side edge, and it's also right into the crease, so the crease that it's gonna, you know, stick onto. It's important that you line it up with that creased, you know, in the crease rather than along this cut edge, because if you line it up along the cut edge, you're going to end up with it not fitting properly. Take it from me, because I've done it. That's how I know I've done it. Right, and then we're just going to fold that over and stick that down. So as you can see, I've got a bit of a gap there, but that is fine. That's fine, because the other option is that you end up with it, as I said, not sticking properly into the crease. You have got a blank space here, so if you wanted to put another piece of mat and pattern there, you can. But I'm going to leave it, I think I'm going to leave it blank. I might end up adding something. Then we're going to turn this over. I'm not going to stick this down yet. I'm just going to flip that back, and we're going to take this one, and this one's going to go in here. So in between the back and the middle, that's where that's going to go. And I'm just going to make sure it's kind of halfway and it's also straight. So like that. And then I'm just going to draw a little line at the top of my middle piece so I can see how far my glue needs to go. Add some glue. Also, if you're using printed papers like me, don't go, oh, I've gone too far. Don't put too much on. So now we need to go back to this back piece, and we're going to bring this in, and that is going to go there. So again, I'm just going to come in, make a little pencil line here and down here, and then we're going to put some glue onto this bit on the front. And then this one's going to come down, it's going to stick on the front. And again, I'm just going to make a little mark, top and bottom, left and right, approximately where it needs to be. And then we're going to bring this front one forward and stick it down like that. If you wanted to, you could also do it so that this one's at the back and that one comes forward and sticks on the front, but I quite like it this way round, I think, because I think the bigger piece needs to be at the back, for me personally anyway. Okay, so there we go. So there's your card. So then we're just going to go ahead and add, I've got a greeting. So this is one of those In Love Art Shop, I believe that was. So obviously you use iced images all in one word to get 20% off. I'm pretty sure that was an In Love Art Shop one. And then I've also got this branch, which is from In Love Art Shop. This was a foliage set. And then a whole heap of little flowers. I'm going to leave them on there. And this was part of that hydrangea die that was from Coca Rosa Studio. So if you use my code ICE20 for a Coca Rosa, that would get you 20% off, and it helps me out as well. So what I thought we could have the branch on here like that, and then put some of the little flowers on it. That's what my thought was. There we are. And there we have it. One card using the cherry blossom paper. So how easy was that? It took us like half an hour. That's literally, I mean, obviously I'd stuck bits together, but I'm loving that little branch. But yeah, there we go. That is the card for today.